Hello friends, I'm back with an actual fixing coordinates episode. My last one was a joke for April Fools and it was obviously not me, it was Tyler just roasting people for what, like 20 minutes? Promise none of that today. This is pure, genuine, actual, real advice coming from me. And these are photos that people submitted to me through my lovelylortopics Gmail for actual advice and not roast and toast. So we're going to be looking at these coordinates today and seeing how we can fix them, if there's things that we can change about them, or just different ways of styling each person's main piece. Our first submission comes from Becky. Hi Laura, my name's Becky and I have been a fan of Lolita since 2005, but have only started to build my wardrobe last year. This dress was one of my first pieces. It is my Dear Daisy from Dolby, and I love it and I'm very proud of this cord as a whole. However, I only ever wear it one way because my wardrobe is still in its infancy. I want to buy stuff that will match it better than just the straw hat that I wear with every single one of my cords. I am also really happy with these tights even though they were torn to shreds after this meetup. But what advice would you give for blouse, accessories, and shoes for this dress? Okay, let's see. I think that it's really cool that these tights kind of mimic the design at the top of this dress. Normally I would be like, oh, don't wear that wide of fishnet mesh with Lolita that isn't like punk or something, but I think that it's interesting that it totally mimics the top bustier part, and that's really cool. I think another alternative you could use is like a finer mesh, maybe a white fishnet would be really cute, or this whole look and this dress and this print. Ugh. This design, this whole coordinate is very much giving me like Snow White in the forest vibes, talking to critters, and I absolutely love that. I think that some other cool ways that you could cord this is taking more of like a Mori K style with it. Look up just Mori K style and see different examples of it. There's a piece in Animal Crossing that's coming to mind right now. It's like a twig wreath, but I think that you could get crafty if you want and try making some sort of like branches wreath headpiece. Really cool with this. I also think I just love the daisies in this print, and I think incorporating them into your coordinate would be really cool, and just I would love to see those little pops of yellow. I think that you could maybe, if you are able to get another wicker hat, I think it'd be cool to just really decorate it. I'm thinking of the Baby the Stars Shine Bright wicker hats that have like lace at the edge of them, and I think that'd be cool if you could do something like that and put daisies like on it or in the brim. If it's possible for you to wear a wig, it'd be really cool to see this cord with maybe a more warmer yellow wig and then some sort of white or ivory headpiece, maybe like one of the traditional fluffy rectangle white headdresses with like lace. This image of you with this pink coat is confusing me so much because the aesthetics are kind of like my two best friends but mashed together, and like I want them to be separate. This fluffy furry pink jacket is really cute, but the message that it's telling me is like, I own this company and so I'm gonna go to brunch because I don't need to be here. I have all of you working for me and I'm gonna take my tiny chihuahua in my purse with me. And then the hat is reading like, I'm in the English countryside and I laid out a picnic for you and I have a basket full of flowers that I'm picking. And I just think that you could take these pieces and make them into two totally different coordinates and it'd be really fun to see. I think wearing this jacket with just like a big bow in a similar color, maybe like a soft bow, and look at more Larm inspiration for hairstyles or wig styles. This boater hat would be cool with like some sort of cardigan. Perhaps that yellow in the daisy, a cardigan that color would be really cute and I think would go with your hair color really well. I can't see the shoes that you're wearing in any of these photos, but I think that brown tea parties with bows would be really cute with it. I know it's like a safe answer, but I think that it would be really cute. Some sort of like brown boots would also be really adorable with this, or Oxfords. Hey, I'm a huge fan of your content, so I decided to submit my cord for review too. A bit of a backstory, I used to be a fan of Lolita about 7 years ago, but I couldn't really afford that much. But I started off by buying Charles Crown OP. Recently, I started getting back into it again. First of all, by hoarding all the dresses I loved. I live in northern Germany, so not that many opportunities to wear Lolita, plus the weather is absolutely trash here mostly, aka windy, stormy, and rainy, but recently I attended a small tea party DIY meet, and this was my cord. For the record, yes, I know cuter shoes would be much nicer. My petty is tucked. But it survived a 2-hour-long train ride and then a long walk to the venue. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it, especially since I somewhat managed to get my hair under control. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. P.S. The black bow is what I ended up sewing during the meetup. It's supposed to go on a headband. Lana the Llama Queen? I'm assuming it's Lana the Llama Queen. Lana. This coordinate is so trippy because in the mirror it looks like the shoes are tea parties, but then you're clearly wearing boots. I think it's just like an optical illusion where the dress ends and meets it. That's like where my eyes went to first for some reason. I was like, whoa, is that another person? No, it's you, but wow. This coordinate is really cool. I'm not sure if this is a cord that you recently did or if this is one that's older, but that gold star piece does not fit with this cord, and these gold star pieces were like so notorious for so long. People would just try to fit them into any coordinate, like any way that they could, and they didn't really fit. I feel like these star clips are so cute, but they only really ever work with like super sweet Lolita, very much like 2013 OTT sweet, you know, Milky Planet, big twin tail wigs, got one in there. So I'd say save that gold star piece for another coordinate, but other than that, this looks perfect. I love these boots. I also love this coordinate. The only thing I was gonna change was the shoes. I think that they definitely work for the situation, like they don't look off. They just could be more elegant to match your JSK. I think that the boots that you were wearing in the previous photo would be absolutely perfect for this, but you know what, you're right. If you're commuting and you're going somewhere and you're gonna have to trek a long ways, these boots are perfect for that. They aren't totally wrong, they just are an area that could be better, obviously. I really do like how you wore a black blouse that was like a solid color, and then you wore textured tights, and the shoes are a solid black. That's really nice without making it look like you're wearing a solid black uniform. That's a great way to separate it and make it look more balanced. You said that the petticoat was squished, but I honestly think for a classic Lolita look, this petticoat doesn't look bad. I don't know, I think that it looks fine. I didn't even think to change that. I love your hairstyle with this. I think that a different way that you could wear this would be to do it up into like an over-the-top classic look. I would love to see this with like a big giant round bonnet and maybe your hair down and like in ringlet curls. Some of this like a gold blouse from the middle section of this skirt, like that color, really floofy princessy blouse, and then maybe some like gold shoes and ivory tights. I think that would be really fun. I am not very well versed in classic Lolita, but to me this looks absolutely perfect, and I think that you really have a good grip on classic Lolita. Hi, I'm Nathan and my pronouns are he, him. So before you judge me too harshly, there are a few things I feel the need to mention. These photos are from January 2018, of the first and only time I have actively worn Lolita. I was going to a drag event, hence the heavy makeup and way too big of lashes. Hey, come on, we welcome big lashes in this household. I was gonna wear big lashes today, but couldn't find any, and I figured I'd save them for another time, but I love big lashes. Nothing wrong with big lashes. And the outfit I had been working on went completely balls to the wall and was unwearable, and I only had a couple of days to come up with something new. The dress is an off-brand dress I got on Amazon purely because it was the nicest one I could find and reasonably style with the rest of my wardrobe, and that would arrive on time. The shirt is pretty ill-fitting because it was women's cut that I added a lace cravat to, and I didn't have any nice accessories to balance the odd sleeve length. The only full-length photo I have is low-quality nightclub lighting and still cuts off the shoes. They were 6-inch platform heels that went up to the lower calf, and my coffin-shaped backpack from Killstar. The wig I styled to be Mana inspired, but as the time went on, became more and more loosely inspired as I was running out of time, and I didn't want to cut it either. I know it's not great, but I have been a Lolita lurker for years and have been considering becoming more actively involved in the style, and thought I would submit just for fun. I've been a subscriber of yours for a few years, and while watching your most recent cord videos, remembered this outfit and thought it would be fun to hear your thoughts. So when I opened this email, I saw this image first, and I was really impressed, and I didn't see anything wrong with it, and I thought that this was like giving me Kara, Street Snap, you know, Fruits, old school Lolita, like over the top, love it. I can definitely see like the drag makeup inspiration, but I totally love that. I don't see anything wrong with that. And it totally fits in an old school way. I totally see the Mana resemblance and Mana inspiration, especially with like the lower lashes and the big like the style of lashes that you chose. And then I saw the stock photo of this dress.
No! God, please, no!
It's horrible. This dress is awful. It pains me to look at it. But the truth is that you slayed it. It just shows how much you can do with a poor quality dress if you just dress it up with the right hair, the right makeup, you balance it, you have a headpiece, you just believe in yourself, you have that confidence, you have like a good petticoat on so the shape and silhouette looks great. And I am blown away. I really, really enjoy it, and I hope that you do more Lolita. I would love to see, considering that you threw this together with an Amazon dress and it looks this good, what could you do if you had more time and more resources? I'm sure you would make a great Lolita, and I would really love to see what you would come up with. This wig styling is beautiful. Those curls, I'm so envious. I want a wig like this. I love it. Also that Pikachu in the background. Shout out to that Pikachu. I think that for the setting too, for being at a club, and you want to have a certain look, but you don't obviously want to wear $300 brand dresses to a nightclub where some drunk is gonna spill her gin and tonic on you. This is totally fine. If you were to go to a Lolita meetup, I would probably say invest in a better dress, just Taobao quality even, or a bodyline dress. It's affordable. I know you were under a time crunch, but also bodyline ships pretty quickly if you get their more expensive shipping, which if you get a couple things, it's worth it. This is like the only time that I will advocate for an Amazon dress. You've proven me wrong. This is a good use of this dress. I definitely think a huge key in selling a Lolita outfit is just having a good petticoat, because it will make everything look so much better. I hope that you feel comfortable to try wearing Lolita more and get some, and invest in some better quality pieces. Because I would love to see what you do with it, because I really love this look. Category is Kara Street Snap Realness. Hi Lore, I was first introduced to Lolita 15 years ago when I was in high school, when a classmate wore Lolita to school and would bring copies of GLB to school. We were in the same sewing class together. What school had sewing classes? My high school did not have sewing classes, and no one wore Lolita to my high school. No one brought GLBs. My friend who introduced me to Lolita went to a different high school. We used to like hang out in Barnes & Noble and look at books there. Anyways, this isn't about my sad high school experience. This is about your coordinate. I never really got the chance to wear Lolita then, but for the longest time I was pinning photos of Lolita dresses on my Pinterest boards without even realizing it was Lolita fashion. It wasn't until I discovered your channel that I really started doing more research and looking for things that were Lolita inspired. I have been following your channel for almost 6 years. Wow, thank you for your dedication. Last year I finally started wearing Lolita. Yay! I had such a great experience when I bought my first brand item at Closet Child. I am so grateful for all of your videos you have posted about and where to buy Lolita and how to style it. I got my first skirt last year in November, AP Powder Rose. At my friend's 40th birthday, she had a big garden party and I really wanted to wear my new skirt for the occasion. I really struggled to build a coordinate I was happy with and still find it hard to cord this skirt. I would love to be able to cord it in a sweet, classic country look, but I am having trouble balancing a cord. For some reason, JSKs seem much easier to cord to me. I am not good at coordinating skirts. I can't do it. I don't know. There's so much, you have so many more options with skirts. There's so many more ways you can style things, but also it requires you getting a lot more stuff. And to me, whenever I look for blouses, I only ever really consider this part and then the sleeves. And I don't pay attention to how long it is. I don't pay attention to like what's going on down here. And when you have a skirt, you really have to think about that. I really like this coordinate that you shared with this pink blouse. It's really cute. I think I just ordered that blouse from Bodyline. I love it. I think it's perfect. The only thing I would possibly change is maybe make the tights either wear ankle socks or wear tights that are maybe polka dot. I think that there's polka dots in this print. I used to own this JSK. There's so many good pinks in this print too. It's hard to photograph for sure, but there's so many different levels of pinks. Finding pieces that will match each of those pinks will give you so many fun ways to experiment it. Like you can do this in like a really deep Barbie pink, like bright bubblegum pink. Right now, the tights and the shoes are kind of blending together to me, and I think that it'd be nice to have them stand out a little bit more. So I'm just thinking either switch it out for some pink shoes or change your tights for either ankle socks or something that is not solid. I'm really confused by this cord with a black vest. I love the vest idea, but there's no black in this print and it just looks out of place. I would replace this with like an acid wash denim vest or a white vest. And you could even like sew iron-on patches to put on it and like DIY some sort of fun vest to wear with this. Skirts are great because you can really dress them up into like a more elegant style, or you can wear them casually pretty easily. I think a great thing to invest in as well is a bolero, because if you have a more plain shirt, you can throw a bolero over it and it will look really cute. And then you can also use boleros with your JSKs, so it's a piece that you can use in multiple ways with different pieces. There's also some, you can maybe find them on, I've seen them before on Closet Child. There are these older pieces that are by Angelic Pretty that they're like a bustier top. I will insert some photos, but using that with just a plain blouse from like Forever 21 or any, I guess Forever 21's gone mostly. From any like H&M, just look for more feminine, cutesy shirts that are more plain, and you could wear it with one of those Angelic Pretty bustiers. Keep an eye on them. They tend to go for pretty cheaply on Lace Market and Closet Child because they're quite old. I can't even think of anything else because I really like this blouse with this skirt so much. Another thing that you have to consider with skirts is that with JSKs there's usually like a pattern in your chest area, but with skirts there isn't. So sometimes Lolitas who are used to wearing JSKs all the time can feel unbalanced with this negative space here. That's definitely how I feel whenever I try to cord dresses, so I tend to layer them up with vests or boleros that are within a similar color scheme. Another way that you can kind of make yourself feel more comfortable is to wear a really big necklace, a really big statement piece. BB&B would be great for this. cute pots. Just having something here will make you feel more balanced. I hope that helps. I didn't recommend anyone wear a beret in this episode, but I mean, all of you can wear berets. Everybody, try a beret. If you have any recommendations for any of these wonderful Lolitas, please leave them in the comments below. It's always great to hear from different perspectives, different styles, and different Lolitas. As always, stay lovely.